Hi viewers, welcome to Vidyalakshmi YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about 8th standard social science history chapter number 2 from trade to territory. As in the earlier part we have completed totally 3 important topic related respective to history, geography and civics one each. Now we are going to see the chapter number 2 from history. So this is an introduction. So before start anything we should learn with the important quotation. So for your kind information, I just share one important quote here. Anybody can make history. As we know very well, history means the study of the past. Again it is subdivided into 2 types, written record available, no written record available, like that, lot of classifications. But anyway, the beginning should be very good. So that is why we start our session with a important quote. Anybody can make history, only a great man can write it. You are the great man. Why I am use this quote now? You are the great person. So you are going to begin with your writings. Now we will enter to the topic. Learning objective. From this chapter, what we are going to learn? For our easy understanding, I made this particular chapter into 3 important subdivisions. So this is part 1. It will be continuing by part 2 and part 3. So consecutively just listen. Okay. Learning objective. Learning objective means Kattralin Nokam. Number 1, arrival of the Europeans. Who is this European? Why they arrived in India? What is the purpose? Those things we are going to discuss here. Europeans setting footholds in India, in which places they are selected, where they occupied. Then number 3, conquest of Bengal. There is a conflict raised. It results number of conquests. Then the battle of Plassey. So these are all the things we are going to discuss in this particular session, video session. Okay. Arrival of the Europeans. So European means there are many countries. From among them, all the European countries are not reached. Very few only entered in India. Why they entered? Those things we are going to discuss here. India, a rich country, a country which is rich in mineral as well as agricultural resources. That is why worldwide, if we compare to the worldwide, the Indian goods are very cheaper because of its rich mineral resources as well as agriculture resources. Voyagers and explorers, many people, sea voyagers as well as many explorers from Europe found the cost of various items were so low when we compare to the in their own continent, from their own productive, when they make a comparison to Indian products, they found out it is very cheap. So they were very much attracted to the Indian products, so they visited India. Vasco da Gama, he reached the Calicut of Portugal, discovered new sea route instead of surviving the entire Africa. Europe around Africa to port of Calicut in India, in Kerala. Why he reached? Because he know the value of pepper. He found that the price of pepper, he found the value of the price of pepper in Calicut was 126th of the price in Italy. So once upon a time, they got the pepper by giving the gold as a currency. See, that much value it is. But what we are doing while the morning dish, for example, Pongal, if they are distributed, we will remove all the, we will pick all the pepper and we are throwing into dustbin. Okay, but the Europeans, they know the value of pepper. That is the difference. Because it's, they see here, they said the value is about 126 of the price. See, that much huge profit. They decided, they got the good at cheap cost, but they sold in Europe in a very high cost. Next, the arrival of the European in continuation. How much profit they gain, sir, while he returned? Well, Vasco da Gama, while he returned to his hometown, he carried out huge cargo in his return, sold for 60 times. How much times? 60 times. The cost of his voyage, and he established a factory at Kannanur. Finally, what he decided? So this will give huge profit. He started business. Generally, if you are purchasing one good, for example, I got a good with the cost of 1 rupee, but I sold in the cost of 20 rupee, means what he will do? Automatically, I will be establish one business. The same thing he did. Who did here? Vasco da Gama. He refers to Vasco da Gama. The other attractions were saltpeter. It is another important product for manufacturing. It is a gunpowder. It is one of the material. It provided dual process. Basically, it acts as a fertilizer as well as a gunpowder. Material for manufacture of gunpowder. And another one, indigo, for dyeing the cloth. So, Indian products are very high quality, but Europeans, they don't know the natural color combinations, but our people, they know very well. One such an important item is indigo. So, I said totally 3 important. Number 1, pepper. Number 2, saltpeter. And number 3, gunpowder. The European countries interest in India. Who are the Europeans? So far, Europeans only we came. Okay, we came to know. Who are the Europeans? They were French, Dutch, Portuguese and British. Not only these 4 people, there are 2 more people also arrived. But due to their domination, they were set back very quickly, returned back very quickly. They were Spain and Danish people. So, totally 6 European people as per our text. These are all the evidence. They are French, Dutch, Portuguese, British, Spain and Danish. Also traded with India, but at a much smaller scale. They made their business very little. Next. I told you the foothills who are entered in India. They were number 1, Portuguese, Dutch, French, British. It is a old name. The present name is Netherlands. For our easy understanding, I affix some national flag also here. Portuguese, Dutch people. Instead of that, I presented Amsterdam, Netherlands, capital. Next, France, Paris, Eiffel Tower, and British, United Kingdom picture I pasted here. For our easy understanding, these 4 main people, they made the foothill to India in order to establish a trade. Next, the Portuguese. Let me see one by one. Among them, Portuguese were the first. Who are the first among the European entered India for business? The first Portuguese. They were the first to set sites and establish trading centers in India. What is about it? They identify India as a beautiful place to establish a trade. Their merchants and agents, they reached at Cochin, Goa and Daman. Cochin, Goa and Daman to get trade rights. They had to fight a small battle in order to occupy, especially not only the Europeans, the other group called Arabian people also, they made a trade. So, they made a little war with the Arabs. They went on, built on forts and naval bases along the coast, developed into settlement. Latter days they made into permanent settlement here. Their homeland passing into the hand of Spain. Their homeland passing into the hand of Spain in 1580 CE. So, they remain concentrated only on these areas. Which areas? Cochin, Goa and Daman. Next. The second one is Dutch. So, in previous slide about the Portuguese, where they reached, what was happened in 1580, we came to know. 3 important things we want to remember. From the next slide, the next country which we are going to discuss here about the Dutch. Established trading centers in India at Surat. Surat, where it is? Surat and Ahmedabad. State name Gujarat. Nagapatnam and Machilipatnam in the eastern coast. One boundary from Tamil Nadu and another boundary from Andhra Pradesh. Smaller centers like Chinchura in Bengal, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. The places are Chinchura, Patna and Agra. So, these are all the places. Why I am underlining here means we need to mark the areas. As a map, in map we need to plot these places. The places are Surat, Ahmedabad, Nagapattinam, Machilipatnam, Chinchura, Patna and Agra. So, totally 7 places. What they purchased? They purchased like previous people, indigo, silk, cotton textile and saltpeter and also the opium. It is one of the banned product. So, Portuguese were the people first introduced opium in India. Tobacco, the crop was introduced by these people. Okay, indigo, silk, cotton, textile as well as saltpeter and opium. By the middle of 18th century, there was a tremendous change was happening in India. The Britishers wiped off. They wiped off the Dutch centers in India. Why they They wiped off, we will see in the next slide. The French people. So, the previous slide, I made a tag. A question was I made, why the Britishers wiped off the Dutch? Let me see on the next slide. While we enter to the British, we can catch the point. Okay. Now, the third person is French. French formed a trading company. They established a trading company by the year 1664. It is an important one mark. The same, not only in 8th standard we are going to stop this particular topic. The same in 10th also we are going to discuss. Okay. In 1664, who is a French established French East India Company in Dash. English East India Company established in Dash. French East India Company established in the year is 1664. It was assisted by their native government, French government, in terms of how they assisted loan as well as grant, which helped them to make a rapid progress, continuous progress. They established settlement in where they occupied Pondicherry, Mahe, Karaikal and Chandernagore. Pondicherry, Mahe, Karaikal and Chandernagore. The first French factory means trading center. Factory, you can assume here as a warehouse, was established in Surat in 1667. They started in 1664. Very few years, they established a factory at Surat in 1667 under the Director General of Martin. Under the Director General of Martin. The company founded the settlement of Pondicherry, which left a distinct mark on the Indian subcontinent. Okay, the third personality. Number 1, Portuguese. Number 2, Dutch people. And number 3, French. Next, British. The fourth person is British. Finally, they reached it, but they were the long-lasting fellow. They occupied the entire Indian territory and become a powerful ruler in India. They themselves made themselves. The fourth one is British. The advent of the Industrial Revolution. In previous slide, there I stopped one tag. Why they wiped out Dutch? Because of this particular reason. What is the reason? Industrial Revolution means more industries were established. Once if the industries established, now they were in great need of raw material. So they find some areas to gather the raw material. One such a place is India. Their expectations are getting completely satisfied in this particular area. So they got the raw material at very cheaper cost. They need more and as well as the cheaper raw material. This resulted in 1600. The East India Company awarded a charter means agreement, from Queen Elizabeth I, ruler of England, the then ruler of England, granting exclusive right to trade with the East in India. The demand and supply equation caused higher prices for the goods, which was reducing the profit because of the competition. The same product was getting produced by n number of companies. So because of their competitive trading business, their profit getting reduced. So they decided to stretch a war with the remaining countries. It led to conflict with the local rulers and as well as it caused a political alignment to take a shape. This is why they made lot of war and they occupied finally the entire Indian territory. This is another important reason. Next, conquest of Bengal. The previous slide, again it was getting stopped with, they were engaged with a number of war. Let me see one by one. Number 1, the conquest of Bengal. The next is the conquest of Bengal. East India Company set up their first factory at Hooghly, state name Bengal. So in question itself, title itself we have the word, but anyway, we need to remember Hooghly. Hooghly is a river where in which state it belongs to? State name is Bengal. In which year? In 1651. This factory led to the settlement of merchants and traders in vicinity. In continuation, and that how by 1696 the company started to make a fort around the settlement. Because why they constructed a fort now? They need to store the goods, maybe raw material, and as well as their finished goods. They were in search of a particular place. They established a fort as well as a factory in order to store the raw material and as well as the finished goods. In a couple of years, the company obtained Jamindari rights. It means trade, collecting the tax rate over 3 villages, one of which was called Calicut. Sir, this word, it is very familiar, sir. I know that, sir. Yes, you are correct. There you are. The present name Calcutta. Now it is called as a Kolkata. In order to remember the once upon a time the name was belonging to a village. The village name is Calicut. Later grew into city Calcutta, now known as Kolkata. Okay, state name Bengal. It is a capital. The commencement of expansion raised alarm. This gave a caution to them. Alarm. To which ruler? The local Nawab led to the famous battle of Plassey in 1757. So number 1. So we have to remember conquest of Bengal resulted Plassey of Battle of Plassey by the year 1757 CE. Sir, here you mention one new word CE, sir. What is that CE, sir? CE means common era. Next, Battle of Plassey. CE means common era. Okay. The Battle of Plassey took place between, the war was lasted between to whom? Between Nawab of Bengal, Siraj-ud-Dawla, the ruler, Siraj-ud-Dawla and the East India Company. The East India Company was interested in increasing its control over the Bengal. What was the result? As you know, once if they occupied the trade, they were won. The East India Company was interested in increasing its control over the region. In which region? East region, that is our right hand side. Was a very fertile area. They occupied this area only because of these area are rich in fertile soil. At that time, this region was comprised of present day Bengal, Bihar and Odisha. These 3 states they occupied. They cultivated the indigo plant. In next chapter we are going to see a little more information about this particular area. Bengal, Bihar and Odisha. Why they occupied? Na? Only because of fertile area. Then what they cultivated, sir? This we see in the next lesson. Okay. The various points of conflicts. Why the conflict getting raised between these 2 rulers? The reason is number 1, the misuse of royal fairman. Misuse, first thing, they misused, the company getting misused. Number 2, fortification of Calcutta. Without permission, they occupied the area, they constructed some huge, very big buildings. Next, disrespecting the Nawab. They are not obeying the rulers. So these are all the primary condition for the outbreak of Battle of Plassey. The Battle of Plassey held in the year 1757. And finally, before I say thank you, actually with an interest I move to the next slide. In this particular video, we are going to discuss only, I told you before, only 4. Actually it consists of 10, I made into 3. So first video, we are going to discuss up to these 4 things. What are the 4 things? Shall we make a small recap? The 4 things were, number 1, arrival of the Europeans. Who told? The 4 people. Next, we are seen one by one. And then the conquest of Bengal. It resulted the Battle of Plassey. So this is our first video session. Okay, as a small recap, first one is arrival of the Europeans, and then the Europeans, who are the members? They were 4 members. They are called the Portuguese, Dutch, French and British. And then one by one we saw in which areas they occupied. These are all things we verified here. And then we discussed about the conquest of Bengal only because of the need raw material and as well as finished goods for they were in great need of a market. And finally it resulted, due to the conflicts raised, it resulted Battle of Plassey. And finally, as usual, I say thank you to all for watching the video. Remaining will continue in the next session. Thank you all.